IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us today and staying with us. I am your host for the morning. My name is Badhan Dash. I am from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP is a social and access certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional (IGP) is a training faculty for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provide social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seeker, job holder, and also for learners, respective location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's the first of our human right. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to serve more than 100 premium services for free, like create on portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and wall knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can upgrade all day. Kids learning game website, free courses, converse sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our session are conducted to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. To ensure excellent and in-depth instruction, we arrange with qualified trainer, speaker, and instructor. We extended free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in last year. We have affiliation with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual mouse learning with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable services. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and passion. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level value. Before we next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. The support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't share to forget mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,239 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,239 webinars successfully. Wow. At present, we are going to start our 1,240 program name is how to stay productive at work. Our Gaffer M. Panibang. Before I hand over the stage to our speaker, sir, I want to share a very little bit about our speaker, sir. He is an assistant professor for design SH Principal, Adding Memorial, Polytechnical State College, TEFL, certified teacher, certified peer reviewer, certified high impact, inspirational speaker, certified life skill, and self discovery coach. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to now. Very important for me to invite Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good noon here in the Philippines. It's 12:10 right here in the Philippines. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever your time zone is. Uh, Thank you for joining us for today's session. All right, and it's really nice to be back. And I'm so proud being part of, being part of the Institute of Global Professionals. All right, and it's my second time around to be delivering my presentation here in IGP, and I'm also one of the active hosts here in IGP, and I'm so proud of that. And of course, I would like to take this moment to express my heartfelt thanks to Share Kaushik Data for the continued trust and confidence. All right, so I think. By the way, our host for tonight, for today, is going to help me in clicking my presentations just to avoid mess, just like what happened to me before. So anyway, again, thank you for joining us. And here we go. Hi there. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed and unproductive work? Do you struggle to complete your tasks and meet deadlines? Well, it's time to change that and turn your workday into a well oiled machine. Because for many of us, staying productive at work can be a constant struggle. We all have moments where we feel like we're not getting anything done, and it can be frustrating and demotivating. But you know what? There are ways to stay productive even in the midst of a busy and demanding work environment. So, in this presentation, we will explore some tips and strategies for staying productive at work so you can get more done, feel more accomplished, and achieve your goals. And eventually, learn practical strategies to streamline your workflow, eliminate distractions, and skyrocket your productivity levels. So let's get started and learn how to stay productive at work. All right. So can you have the first slide now? Hello. Next slide, please. Hello, clicker. Yes, here we go. All right. You know how sometimes you feel like there's just not enough time in the day to get everything done? Well, that's where productivity comes in. It's all about making the most of your time and work and getting things done efficiently and effectively. When you're productive, you can get more done in less time, which means you have more time for other things like thinking up new ideas or taking on new projects. And when you're more productive, you're also more likely to reach your goals and be successful. So, in other words, being productive is kind of like a superpower when it comes to work. All right. So, next slide, please. Next slide, please. All right, there you go. So, have you ever, yes. So, I wonder if you've ever heard of the SMART framework for goal setting. It's a really helpful tool that people use to make sure their goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So, for each goal you set, you want to make sure it's specific so that you know exactly what you want to achieve and why it's important. So, an example of that is you've got a plan to boost your sales by 20% in the next 3 months. So, you're thinking to try out a new marketing approach to make that happen. All right. And then you want to make sure it's measurable so you can track your progress and know when you've hit your target. So, an example of that is like you have to make sure you're keeping your customers happy by reducing their complaints by half within the next 6 months. So you will train your customer service team to handle things better. All right. And it's also important to make sure your goal is attainable, meaning it's realistic and achievable given the resources and constraints you have. Now, a very good example of that is like you want to attract more people to your website. So you're aiming to increase traffic by 30% over the next year. And then you have to make sure our or your website comes up higher on search engines and promote yourselves more on social media. And of course, the goal or your goal should be relevant to what you or your organization is trying to accomplish. All right. So, so for instance, you've got a big project to finish, so you have to make sure you get it done on time. So you have to broken it down into smaller tasks and set deadlines for each one. And finally, you want to make sure the goal has a deadline. So you know when you need to have it completed by. All right. So you want to make sure, for instance, your team is feeling good about coming to work. So you've got a plan to offer more opportunities for growth and create a better work environment. That way, you can improve employee morale. So by using the SMART framework, you can make sure your goals are clear, actionable, and achievable. And this makes it more likely that you'll successfully reach your targets. All right. So, next slide, please. All right. So, we're waiting for the next slides. All right. So, there you go. Okay. So, have you ever felt overwhelmed with all the tasks you have to do in a day? It's like there's just not enough time in the day to get everything done, right? Well, one way to tackle this is by prioritizing your tasks based on how important and urgent they are. So think about it. If you focus on the most important and pressing tasks first, you can make sure you're getting the most critical things done and meeting deadlines. And by not wasting time and resources on less important or non urgent tasks, you can be more productive and feel less stressed. It's a win win actually. You can focus on what truly matters and make steady progress toward your goals. All right. So, can we have the next slide? All right. Next slide, please. Hello, my clicker. Are you still there? Are we on the same page? Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. Hello, lovely host for today. Are you still there? Kindly click on the next slide. Hello, are you still there? All right, there you go. All right. So, yes, I wonder if you have ever felt overwhelmed with all the tasks you have to do in a day, right? It can be tough to know what to focus on first and what can wait. That's why I want to tell you about the Eisenhower matrix. It's actually a way to prioritize your tasks and make sure you're spending your time on the most important stuff. So, the matrix on the screen has four categories for your tasks. We have urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not important or not urgent. So, those tasks that are both urgent and important need to be done right away, while tasks that are just important but not urgent can be planned and scheduled. While those tasks that are only urgent but not important can be delegated or outsourced, and the tasks that are not important or urgent can be eliminated. So by using this matrix can help you identify what's most important and what can wait. And it can also reduce stress because you have a clear idea of what needs to be done. But it's not a one-time thing. You have to keep re-evaluating and adjusting your priorities as new tasks come up. And it's important to communicate with your team so everyone is on the same page. So, in short, prioritizing your tasks based on their level of importance and urgency is key to effective time management. You'll be able to focus on what's most important and make progress towards your goals, and you will also save time and resources by not doing tasks that are not necessary. And hey, it might even reduce your stress. All right. Okay, so let's proceed with the next slide. We're done with Eisenhower matrix. All right, can we proceed to the next slide? All right, so there you go. So, have you ever noticed how easily distracted you can get at work? I mean, there's just so much going on, like email, for example. It seems like every time you turn around, there is another notification popping up, tempting you to take a quick peek. And before you know it, you have spent half an hour trying to get back on track. And it's not just email. Social media can be a huge distraction too, especially if you keep getting notifications throughout the day. And if you work in an open office or shared space, there's probably always something going on that can pull your attention away from what you're doing. Then there are meetings and other scheduled interruptions. Those can really throw you off your game, especially if you were really focused on something before the meeting started. And let's not forget about personal issues. Whether it's a family problems or financial stress, it can be tough to focus on work when you've got stuff going on outside the office. And don't even get me started on distracting websites and apps. Online shopping, news sites, it's all just a click away and can easily suck up a ton of your time if you're not careful. And oh, let's not forget about technology issues. If your equipment is slow or not working properly, that can be a huge distraction and frustration in itself. But the good news is that there are ways to minimize distractions. You can use a calendar apps to schedule your work time, and turn off notifications during work hours. So employers in this aspect can help by providing a quiet space to work and setting clear guidelines and policies. And of course, making sure everyone has the right equipment and technology can go a long way in reducing distractions and keeping everyone focused on the work. All right. So, can we have our next slide, please? All right. All right. So, we're about to proceed with our next slide. We're done with the strategies for eliminating distractions. All right. There you go. So, yeah, have you heard about taking breaks? It's super important for our brain and body because taking a break lets our mind recharge and it can actually make us more focused and productive. Plus, it helps to reduce stress and prevent burnout. It's not just good for our mental health, but also for our physical health. When we get up and move around, it helps with blood flow and reduces tension in the body. So, taking breaks also gives us a chance to disconnect and relax, which can help with mental fatigue. So, it's really recommended to take short breaks every hour or so and longer breaks every few hours. It's actually a win win situation. All right. So, let's proceed now with the next slide, please. Okay, so let's wait for the next slide to project on the screen. All right, so there you go. And yes, so I guess you have heard about the importance of taking breaks during work hours. It's really crucial for our focus and overall well being. So let me share you a few tips to make the most out of your break time. Okay, first, you have to schedule your breaks. So, just like with any other appointment, set a specific time for your break because this helps you make the most out of it and ensures you take enough throughout the day. Get moving. Why? Because setting all day long isn't great for our health. So try to take breaks that involve some physical activity. You can stand up, stretch, or even go for a quick walk. All right? And then mental break. Sometimes we need a break from staring at screens and focusing on work. We have to take a few minutes to clear our mind, maybe meditate or do something that relaxes you. All right. And then we've got change of scenery. If you can step away from your workspace during your break, go outside or find a different spot in the office to take a break from your work environment. Make the most out of it. So instead of mindlessly browsing social media or checking your email, use your break to do something that will refresh and rejuvenate you, like reading a book or maybe even listening to a music or anything that helps you recharge. All right? No work allowed. Do not use your break time to do more work. Make sure you take a real break, even if it's just for a few minutes. And of course, don't overdo it. It's really important to take enough breaks, but not too many or too few. Please find the right balance for you. And communication is key. All right. So if you're working in a team, make sure to let your colleagues know about your break plans to avoid any confusion. All right. So I hope these tips would help you make the most out of your break time. All right. So can we proceed now to the next slide? All right. Next slide, please. Here we go with the tips for effective breaks at the workplace. So, um, okay. Did you know that having a clean and all right, okay, wait, all right, for a few minutes here. I have something to fix here. Okay, I think I am missing something. Yeah, definitely, I missed one slide. All right, so here we go. We are now on the tips for staying organized in the workplace. So here are some tips to help you stay organized and productive. Number one, you have to get a planner, of course. Whether it's a physical book or a digital one, having a planner will surely help you keep track of important dates, meetings, and of course, your appointments. And then, of course, you have to clean up your workspace because a messy desk can be a real distraction. So take a few minutes to tidy up and make sure everything has a home. File it away because having a filing system in place will make it easier to find what you need, whether you use file folders, binders, or digital storage. All right. And of course, make a plan. Okay, what do I mean out of that? You have to write out a to do list and prioritize tasks based on what's most important because this will help you focus on or this will help you focus on what needs to get done first. All right. And check your schedule from time to time because at the end of each day, take a look at what you have planned for the next day so you can be prepared. All right. And then set reminders. You can actually use calendar, a phone, or any other tools. You have to make sure you don't forget important tasks or deadlines. And keep it tidy. All right. Meaning you have to make sure to clean or you have to make sure to clean your workspace regularly so it stays organized and easy to use. And label everything because by labeling items and files clearly will help you find what you need in a snap. All right. So those are just some of the tips. All right. So can we have now the next slide, please? All right. Okay. Uh, did you know that having a clean and organized workspace can actually help you out in a lot of ways at work? Because when you have a tidy environment, you can focus better and have fewer distractions. So you end up being more productive. And you know what? It's also easier to work with your coworkers when things are neat and organized. You can easily find and share important documents and information, which leads to better communication with your team. Plus, a cluttered and disorganized workspace can be really stressful. But when everything is in its place, you will feel more relaxed and in control. And it's even safer when things are tidy because you can easily spot and remove tripping hazards and other safety issues. So by keeping a work environment clean and organized can actually be good for your well-being and success. All right. So can we have the next slide, please? All right. So we're now on tips for staying organized in the workplace. And allow me to share you some tips to help you stay organized and productive. Number one, first, you have to get a planner. Okay. All right. I think we're done discussing this one. But anyway, let's do a sort of repetition. First, you have to get a planner. Yes, whether it's a physical book or a digital one, because having a planner will help to keep track of important dates, meetings, or appointments. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. And of course, yeah, you have to clean up your workspace. You have to file it away. All right. And then you have to make a plan that's most important so that you can write your to do list and prioritize tasks based on what's really important. And of course, do not forget you check your schedule. Why? Because at the end of the day, you will take a look at what you have planned for the next day so you can be prepared. And do not forget to set reminders by using calendar, phone, or any other tools available on internet. Of course, you have to keep it tidy, all right? And you have to label everything because labeling items and files will clearly help you find what you need, all right? So I think that's all for that slide. So much for that. Can we? All right. So we're now on the next slide, which is self-discipline. You know what, guys? Self-discipline is like the superhero power for getting stuff done at work. Why? Because it helps you set goals, keep track of your time, and actually follow through with your tasks. Without it, it's easy to get sidetracked, procrastinate, or even lose your motivation, which can seriously mess with your productivity. But with self-discipline, you can stay focused, ignore distractions, and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. In other words, having self-discipline is essential for being productive at work and helps you to be more efficient, get more done, and be successful in your job. All right. So next slide, please. All right. We're almost done. So we're now on tips for self-discipline. Yeah, want to know a secret to being productive? Okay, so let me share you just a few tips on how to be productive by observing self-discipline. First thing first, make sure you know exactly what you want to achieve. All right, so you have to set yourself some clear and achievable goals and come up with a plan on how to reach them. Next up, prioritize your tasks. Don't get bogged down with the small stuff. Focus on what's really important and tackle that first. Distractions are the enemy of productivity. So you have to figure out what's distracting you, whether it's social media or emails, and get rid of them. Yes, a timer can be your best friend when it comes to getting things done. So set a timer for a short burst of focus work and then take a break. This way, you won't get bogged down by procrastination. And then you need to hold yourself accountable for making progress. Keep track of your goals and make sure you're on track to achieve them. All right. Give yourself a pat on the back when you reach a goal or make progress, meaning you reward yourself for your hard work. All right. And taking care of yourself is a key, you know. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, exercise, and eating right to keep your mind and body in tip top shape. And finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. You can find a mentor or accountability partner, so to speak, who can support and guide you along the way. All right. So let's have our next slide, please. All right, we're almost done. Of course, you have to stay motivated. You know what's important in the workplace? Staying motivated. Why? Because when you're motivated, you're more likely to set and achieve your goals, work through challenges, and get stuff done. And when you're doing that, you're more into your job, have a better attitude, and get more done. Plus, it leads to being happier at work, having better morale, and sticking around your job longer. On the flip side, if you're not motivated, it can make you less productive, miss more work, and be in a negative work environment. That's why it's important for bosses, all right, to create a workplace or workplace culture that gets people motivated and keeps them that way. All right. So let's now proceed with the next slide. All right, I think we're almost done. All right, there you go with my conclusion. So, productivity is a key factor in determining success in the workplace. So, by implementing the right strategies and tools, you can actually achieve greater results and make the most of your time and resources. So, to have a recap, first and foremost, setting clear and achievable goals is crucial in increasing productivity because this will give you a direction and focus for your efforts and allowing you to stay on track and avoid distractions. And in addition to that, prioritizing your tasks and focusing on the most important and urgent ones first, because this will help you make most impact and ensure that you're not wasting time on less important tasks. Another effective strategy that we have discussed earlier is to limit distractions and focus on one task at a time. This can be achieved by turning off your notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, what else? And creating a work environment that is, conducive to productivity. You can also try time management techniques such as Pomodoro, if you're familiar with this one, the Pomodoro method, which involves breaking your workday into smaller and then focus periods of time with breaks in between. And it's also important to take care of your physical and mental well-being. Regular exercise and healthy eating habits can help you maintain energy levels and increase your focus and concentration. And what else? Yes, taking breaks and engaging in activities that help you unwind and recharge can boost your productivity and prevent burnout. All right. And finally, it's essential to stay organized and keep your workspace clean and tidy. Why? Because as we have mentioned earlier, a cluttered workspace can be a source of stress and distraction, while an organized one can help you stay focused and improve your overall efficiency. So, overall, in conclusion, increasing productivity takes time and effort, but with the right strategies and tools, it is achievable. By setting clear goals, prioritizing tasks, limiting distractions, taking care of your well being, and staying organized, you can make the most of your time and achieve your goals. All right, so can we have the last slide, please? The last slide, please. The most awaited part. All right. And that's the most awaited part. All right. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your active participation and for being with us for today's webinar session. All right. So let's turn over the stage to our lovely host for today's webinar. Hello, ma'am. Yes, I'm done with my presentation. All right. If you have any questions, you can have it type on the comment section below so we can address those questions you have in mind probably after the quiz show.
Presentation, which can
Yes.
impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow
Yeah.
together, IGP Knowledge Seeker. Once again, thank you so much, dear sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP, want to know from our online quiz competition. In the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certificate
you have any question, okay, you can just write it down in the comment section below, and
Welcome
I
back,
will
sir.
be happy.
Welcome back to
Yes,
our participants.
yes, thank you for having
Our
me back.
first question is from Leotrim. How do I manage unexpected interruption? Thank you in advance.
Well, that's quite hard question. So you're asking me how can you manage unexpected interruption in your work? Well, as you were saying, it's unexpected. So in that case, you're unprepared. So the thing here is, whatever distractions that comes along your way, whether it's unexpected or expected, you really have to get yourself prepared for whatever circumstances that may happen along the way in your office. So the thing is, it's like in the Philippines, we have Boy Scout of the Philippines, and one of the the value that they are adapting is, as a Boy Scout, you have to be laging handa. You have to be always prepared for whatever happens that may fall along the way or come along your way. So, in short, you really have to get prepared. All right. So things like, it depends on how you conduct yourself on those possible unexpected circumstances that comes along your way, like when you're staying in the office and here comes the earthquake. So the best thing is we have to be aware and learn for those possible things that might interrupt our work, not only in work office, but in every aspect of our life, even if you're at home, or maybe uh, going somewhere else alone. So you have to keep yourself prepared for whatever circumstances that might come along your way. So that's the thing, be prepared for whatever uh, things that might could happen to you while you're on your way or wherever you are. So I hope I answer your question. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so those tips that I share with you is something that you have to, uh, observe and absorb, because
Knowledge
that
seeker.
would make you prepared for whatever, distractions that might, come in your office, or you might encounter in your office. So those tips that I share with you is, quite helpful, or quite helpful for you to get yourself prepared. Those are the things that you have to avoid, and these are the things that you need to do in order for you to get focused and concentrate more on your work in your office. All right, so do we have other question?
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, our speaker, thank you. After question answer, we have an
Yes,
webinar
it's my
certification
pleasure.
and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me, and I hope we could do it some other times, because as far as I know, I have 5 slots for this year, 5 slots for presentation for the year 2023, and I'm so happy and flattered really to be part of IGP. All right. And again, thank you so much, guys, for joining us for today's webinar. I hope you will get a lot of takeaways in my presentation, and you can have it practice in your office and in your daily life.
Sir,
All
our
right.
next
Again, thank
question is
you.
from Ishaya. Is providing health service at workplace a way of increasing productivity?
So you're asking if health services at workplace a way, would you mean a way, or part of increasing productivity? Yes, it's really, when we talk about health issues, it's really part of being productive because a worker or a certain office worker can be productive when you're in good health, right? So if your health is in good mood and you're in good condition, so you can work well, you can establish work relationship with your co-employees. But if there's really, something wrong with your health, especially your mental health, and definitely you cannot be productive. So health aspect of a certain employee can really affect the productivity, and it could also decrease or make or unmake the productivity of a certain individual, like any one of us. So that's why in a company it is quite recommended for a bosses, okay, to integrate policies that has something to do with increasing health awareness, like establishing a policy on checking the health conditions of the employees for them really to to stay productive amidst all those gargantuan tasks that they have to do in the office. So health services is really important for for several reasons. All right, so we cannot actually ignore it and disregard the health aspect of our workers in the office. All right, so I think I answered your question. I think that question was posed by Sir Isaiah Kyangwe. Thank you, sir, for joining us for today's webinar. All right. Oh, Sir Liu Train Braha was saying, all right, he participated in the most of IGP daily webinars through Facebook and YouTube, and according to him, he will continue to participate even in the next days and so on. So thank you, sir, for that kind words. It's really, it's a pleasure to know that you're still there or you're always there to support IGP in its advocacy of, providing education to the world. Yes, it's my pleasure. Thank you again for having me. And let's do it again uh, next time.
So much for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some
Thank you.
value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certification process, which is our webinar activity. After video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and registration process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, online quiz competition and online certification. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, today our webinar topic is how to increase productivity at work, and the code is IGP 7772, and the code is IGP 7772. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. www.igp.com. Click sign in, log in if you already have an account, or create a new account if you are new. Once login, click free webinar. Select the webinar title and click continue course get enroll if you haven't enrolled yet. Type the code in your certificate code box. Click get your certificate. It is auto downloaded in PDF file already. Just check it in your file manager or download folder. Don't forget to leave a review in our FB page, website, and in Google. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions. Now, competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Go to www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining, and the code is morning. And the code is morning. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Don't forget to mention your friend to join our quiz session. To join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and find this quiz code, and the quiz code is morning. And the quiz code is morning. After short video, we will start our quiz session. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. with 15 people. We are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is, how many hours does a full-time employee work? Option 1, 30 hours. Option 2, 35 hours. Option 2, 35 hours. The right answer, 23% people are right here. The leaderboard. Leo Trim is holding the first position. Our second question is, how does conservative help mother earth stay healthy? Option 1, it helps repair, preserve, and protect the ecosystem. Option 2, by wasting water, food, and electricity because you can. Option 1, it helps repair, preserve, and protect the ecosystem is the right answer, and 93% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Rutan is holding the first position. Our third question is, can you work weekends? Option 1, why? Option 2, of course I can. Option 2, of course I can is the right answer. 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Utrim is holding the first position. Our fourth question is, definition A, temporary stay. Option 1, red dress. Option 2, sojourn. Option 2, sojourn is the right answer. 50% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leotram is holding the first position. Our fifth question is, antonyms productive, fertile. Option 1, fallow. Option 2, struggle. Option 1, fallow is the right answer. 57% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Germany is holding the first position. Our sixth question is, are interviewed with the unique qualities of each person, how different people can work together. Option 1, individualization. Option 2, related. Option 1, individualization is right answer. 71% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jimalan is holding the first position. Our seventh question is, how do you handle criticism? Option 1, I get angry. Option 2, I appreciate constructive criticism. Option 2, I appreciate constructive criticism is the right answer. 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Himalayan is holding the first position. Our eighth question is, synonyms, brief, stay, visit. Option 1, fallow. Option 2, sargam. Option 2, Switzerland is right answer. 71% people are right here. The leaderboard, Himalayan is holding the first position. Our ninth question is, how does the government fund effective? Option 1, taking loan from national banks. Option 2, government bonds. Option 2, government bonds. Right answer. 21% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Himalayan is holding the first position. Our last and final question of this session, how can you develop good interpersonal skill? Option 1, do the best you can at your job and stay positive. Option 2, complain and whine. Do the best you can at your job and stay positive is the right answer. 100% people are right here. Congratulations to our top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz completion certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At the end moment of our session, we can say properly feed your skill, never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal lot of people of things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the air like button, again wants to thank all RGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as well. See you again in the next session.